And we are lucky enough to again have volunteer Linda Pagnella with us. Linda, how are you?
So good today. So good.
Thank you so very much for coming back, because I know you wear multiple hats. So we dove a little bit into the Wednesday market, which is probably the nearest and dearest to your heart. But you also work at the front desk. You also are greeter for Classique. And as a retired librarian, this all makes a lot of sense. And then tell us a little bit about this treasure sale I keep hearing about.
Yes. Once a month, sometimes once every other month, depending on how many donations we get. Meals on Wheels puts on a treasure sale. And some people might call it a junk sale, and some people call it a special sale. Let's call it a special sale.
I love all of these words.
Yes.
It's like the word my mom, sometimes when she says interesting,
Yes.
it could go so many different ways, like interesting in a good way or a bad way.
It's
But
so true of our treasure sale, because we get almost anything you could think of.
I love
We
this.
do get a lot of clothes donated. We get lots of homewares, things for the kitchen, dishes. We get so many sets of dishes.
Oh, I
because
bet.
grandchildren don't want their grandparents' dishes anymore.
I'm still all about that. I love that.
I do too.
And in that classic phrase, one person's trash is another person's treasure.
And
thus treasure sale. I love
yes,
this.
we see that every treasure sale. We're setting up the day before, and we go, who is going to want to buy this? And it's the first thing to go, and people are fighting over it. So you never,
And so these are not a regularly scheduled event?
No, we usually schedule every month or every other month, but it really depends on how many donations we get.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you let the community know? Time, place, all that?
We have a wonderful volunteer who does the promotion. She does it on Instagram and a couple of other places. And it's always in the newsletter, the Meals on Wheels newsletter. So people can either go to the website or just look at the newsletter. And the date's usually 1 or 2 months ahead.
Awesome. Okay, so you can plan. There's tons of time to plan.
Yes, you can plan. If you'd like to donate, though, we really can only have things the week of the sale, because we don't have any storage. It's amazing to me how many people have become part of the Meals on Wheels family in the last few years. I started 10 years ago, and there were about 350 meals a day, and I think it's in the thousands.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think it's growing. It's the biggest it's ever been.
Yes.
But that's the need for everyone. And even if you're listening and you don't maybe have the time or the finances, just donating old quote unquote treasures to the treasure sale. I love this. I should bother Gerald to let me know when these treasure sales are, and then I can shout it out to the community.
That would be awesome.
People can, you're even more treasures abound.
Exactly.
I love this. I mean, I am a sucker for any kind of estate sale, yard sale, anything secondhand. I love all the stories behind these items. It's very special.
Stories are the best part for me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And so that's incredible. And do you have any fond memories from maybe the treasure sale, or a story from the front desk, or from the Classique Gala that you'd like to share quickly with us?
Classique is really a fun event, and if you've never been, you need to check it out. The designers that design these amazing tables, and then the chefs that come to cook for those tables. The first time I was a greeter for Classique, my prom date from 1971 walked in with his children.
My gosh.
With his children, and children who were young adults, obviously. Yeah, that was really fun. But so many people in the community that their names or their faces. They come every year and support Meals on Wheels. It's just the best.
Oh, I love that.
Best. Yeah.
This community is so tight. It's so small.
So true.
And when you're putting yourself out there helping and in all these facets, you're going to run into your prom dates. It's just going to happen.
It is going to happen. And it was fun when it did.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, Classique is incredible. I know when we get in closer to the fall, we really hype it and talk about all the designers and all the food involved. I was lucky enough, both Jeff and I, And his wife, my husband, we all went last year for the first time. Wow. I was blown away. It really is the best of the best when you're talking about galas on the peninsula.
I think it is. The way that every designer has their own take on a theme is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
You know, it's either all flowers, some are all flowers, but then there are others that use things you would never think of to use
One of my
design.
favorites last year was a bread table.
Yes.
There was all these beautiful loaves and then, sprigs of wheat. And if it was in bread, it was on that table. Or if it could be made of bread, it was also on the table. It was awesome. So much fun. But of course, we'll dive into that. Maybe we should have you back again. I mean, why not? And we'll give you a couple months. I'll let you rest, but
I'll try and think of a new story.
Oh, Linda, I hear, Gerald tells me you got a lot. So we're going to tap into it again here one of these days. But for today, thank you so very much for coming in.
And thanks for having me.
As always, join us every 2:45 on your Tuesday for Meals and Feels with Meals on Wheels of the Monterey Peninsula.